990. Holy Ghost filled you with Singanikate. I live the high life cause I'm heavily minded. Hold up, I'm a 90s baby. So really, you made me walk up to you and you don't subscribe to the channel? Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video and share it with someone. I know you will. Righteous like so wicked, righteous like no wicked. You righteous like so wicked, righteous like no. Well, Zambia's 60th Republican President Edgar Chagwa Lungu would have turned 69 years of age today if he was still alive. So today is Edgar Chagwa Lungu's birthday, and obviously Pastor Lewis Shikapwasha, based in Australia, writes this about Edgar Chagwa Lungu for his birthday. So it's Edgar Chagwa Lungu, rest in peace. Today would have been your birthday, sir, and yet your body is still lies in the morgue, waiting for justice, waiting for closure, waiting for dignity of a final rest. Life in Zambia moves on as though everything is normal, but nothing about this feels normal. Some days we carry on with routine, and then it hits me again. We have not laid you to rest. Your absence screams louder than any words could. This delay is a wound on the hearts of your family, a silent trauma that grows heavier by each passing day. But even in the painful waiting, I pray that the Lord Himself will surround them with a strength that does not break, with a comfort that does not fade, and with a peace that holds them together. That's Lewis Shikapwasha writes. As he remembers Edgar Chagwa Lungu, he would have been 69 years of age today if he was alive. But he passed on 5 months ago, as you may be aware. And obviously, Mano Mwamba started publishing his own version of newspaper. So he says, end Edgar Chagwa Lungu burial impasse. It's a leadership failure by Hakainde Hichilema for Lungu has not been put to rest. That Lungu has not been put to rest, and says there. What is the Patriotic Front presidential race keeps on heating up? So those are the presidential candidates. So far, we've got Gideon Luinda, Chimba Kambwili, Brand Mundubile, Grefon Monde, Munia Zulu, Emmanuel Mwamba, Mao Sampa, Chitaru Chirufia, Mutotwe Kafwaya, and Wida Joseph Mudolo. So those are the candidates so far. The nomination might have been closed, or they're still ongoing, but yeah, they are holding the general conference at the end of this month, at least from the announcement that they put up. And then Makebi Zulu, as you may be, he must have returned in the country either on Friday or Thursday, thereabout, and he's been busy from his return. So he was addressing this at the Patriotic Front Secretariat, where he went to file in his nomination for party presidents. And you can see behind there, you can see Professor Nkandruo, and then a number of former ministers there. Seems like they've given him his endorsement. So he says, we'll give President Edgar Chagwa Lungu a dignified burial. Makebi Zulu vows as he wonders why citizens have to run to other countries to have freedom of speech. Makebi Zulu said this when he filed in the nomination as a candidate aspiring to lead Patriotic Front PF. So he says that's one of his promises, to bring back Edgar Chagwa Lungu's body back to Zambia to be buried with dignity. As you may be aware, he was, or he still is, the family spokesperson for the Edgar Chagwa Lungu family. He's just come to fight in his nomination and campaign for him to be party president. And that's what happened at the Secretariat earlier on. And when he returned, he's been on a tour, pretty much meeting everybody. The first visit, he went to Chimbokaira prison, where he went to meet Raphael Nakashinda and a number of former PF incarcerated individuals there. And earlier on yesterday, he met Archbishop of Lusaka. According to what Emmanuel Mwamba is reporting, says Lusaka lawyer and Patriotic Front Makebi Zulu paid a courtesy call on Catholic Lusaka Archdiocese Bishop Alec Banda, and then obviously that's a image from that. And then these are images of Jean Kapata blessing him at the secretariat when he went to fight in his nomination. And you can see Mumbipiri watching in the back there. It seems like most of the ladies who are former ministers or key people in the PF have endorsed Bakebi Zulu, at least from this front. And then he met with Mulenga Kapwepwe. He met a number of people in Lusaka during his engagement. He also met Bin Wambundu as he returned, where they were having a light moment on his return. But something that people are not paying attention to, Given Luinda and Katotobwe officially joined presidential race. So Given Luinda, as you may be aware, has been acting president of the Patriotic Front from the time that Edgar Lungu pretty much lost elections in 2021. Yes, he's been acting vice president, acting what, but the person that has been leading the Patriotic Front, the version that has members of parliament and the version that has numbers, not what's his name, Robert Chabinga and Mausampa, that drama, those one-man party, whatever show. But the real PF that has members of parliament, Given Wind as the one who has been running it, yes, as the acting president, yes, as the vice president or whatever capacity. But from 2021, he's the one who's been running that. And initially, he did not want to participate in the election, saying no, he wanted to safeguard the party's survival. And now he said he's thrown his hat in the race, so he's contesting as a PF president. And you can see the build up now. And then Chief Edgar simply says, I am sure you have seen what money can do at a Patriotic Front Secretariat. I'm glad I've been vindicated. I told you, Makebi Zulu, referring to him as Makulu Ukla, had plans with Lungu family, but I'm not done. Makebi will learn that politics they have an yo. So that Chief Edgar feels he's able to counter whatever Makebi Zulu is doing. Because, yeah, Makebi Zulu has been making a lot of ground in Lusaka, as you can see. From the time that he landed from South Africa, he's been pulling crowds and meeting a number of people. So, yeah, in Lusaka, he's doing that. But one thing you should not forget is that the Patriotic Front General Conference is gathered by delegates from all over the country. So if he focuses on Lusaka and try to campaign online, because this format of campaign that he's doing is that of a candidate that has already got the party nomination and now we are campaigning to the country. But when it comes to winning at presidential level within the party, you have to focus on the people that can vote, because not everyone in the PF is able to vote for who becomes president. It's the delegates, and those delegates have got numbers within Southern Province, Western Province, and the other provinces. So if he focuses on Lusaka, it's going to be woke up to a rude shock. He better get on the ground because the people here, I even doubt there are a good number of people that are delegates from what you're seeing on screen there. Yes, those are easy to gather with the money, but if he doesn't go on the ground where the people who are going to vote are, he's going to find another game. But anyway, he might have another strategy. But yeah, that's simply advice he can heed to or not. He better get on the ground. If you find most of his other presidential candidates, one of them, Brandon Mindwile, he's been on the ground, I think, from the time he got those endorsements from the members of parliament. Among us, all the PF presidential candidates, Brandon Mindwile is one who's got the official, I think pretty much all members of parliament in the PF, at least those that are still aligned with the Patriotic Front. The others, members of parliament, that's simply distanced themselves from the PF from the time that he lost elections. Yes, they did not join the UPND nor any other opposition, but pretty much they never participated in PF meetings. Like, what's his name? Kanchvia, member of parliament, just Chanda, forgotten his other name. But he's Chanda. He has never participated in any of the PF meetings. He used to be like media director, if I'm not mistaken, in the PF during Edgar Lungu's reign. But from the time that they lost, he's distanced himself. Yes, he stayed in the PF. Maybe now, as we are going in 2026, he might stand as an independent, or maybe be adopted as UPND candidate. But every other MP that's still aligned to the PF, that's still the PF MP, endorsed Brandon Mundui. And Brandon Mundui has been on the ground from inception, from there. Because that's where those people that you see gathering there, those are the people that are going to vote, not that crowd that Makebi Zulu gathered at the Patriotic Front Secretariat. Yes, it's good for sure in urban areas, where the votes count, the format that Mundvile is doing, that's the way you go about it. So you better get on the ground. So according to what Futesa Mundvile says, all 12 districts in Wapula have endorsed him. So Mundvile says, I'm humbled and deeply grateful to receive the endorsement of all 12 patriotic front districts in Wapula province for PF presidency. So you see, he's going to campaign with the people that are supposed to vote, and he says he received that endorsement. He's received the endorsement from the members of parliament. He's received the endorsement from Wapura province, at least from what he's communicating. So when it comes to vote, those are going to be very critical. Not what Maccabees do. That tour of greeting people like Archbishop and Mulenga Kapwepo, all of them. Yes, it's good if it's at national level, but this is a what do you call it, inter-party uh, electoral process. This is a PF internal electoral process. So he has to, yeah, he met obviously John Sangwa. He's been meeting a number of people. I don't know what's the format with that strategy is. And then also acting president, that's given Lovinda of the Patriotic Front, updates the nation on Boma Musambo and Patriotic Front Secretary General Rafael Nakashinda's bill that has been denied. So Rafael Nakashinda has been denied bail by the court that he had appealed to. Same thing with Bowman Musambo, and then given it was updating that. That's the news there. But given it has been on the ground also, he was just in Western Province meeting party structures. He's going in the name of strengthening them. But one thing you should not underestimate is given Luvinda's political knowledge. He was member of parliament for Kawata, if I'm not mistaken, should have been like 20 years or more. He literally just had to walk away and leave it for someone. If he was to recontest, he would still win it. So the format that the others are doing, where they're going nationwide to campaign within the PF structures, that's the format to win the PF presidency, not the format that HR Makebi Zulu as if he's already a PF presidential candidate for 20 at national level. Anyway, let's see how today plays out. But otherwise, if he's still going to be in Lusaka this week, then he has no idea what he's doing, really. And then the mass newspaper says, it's not me, cries Never Smumba. Has he battles a backlash for renaming movement from Outpatching Democracy? So as you may be aware, Never Smumba pretty much renamed the MMD to something like a new nation or something like that. And people have not received it well. You don't rename a party that has success with a legacy and success as MMD to what? So why not just form a new nation and go with it? And like trying to kill a party with such a legacy. So that's the backlash that is rebattling. It's as simple as that. Let him leave MMD alone and go with a new nation. If he wants, he can get all the MMD people if they decide to follow him. Not kill a party that has had, is it the 4 presidents? FTJ, Manawasa, Rupia Banda, and then you just come and wake up when you've never been able to push any political party to success, at least at national level. Not even at national level, even at member of parliament level. And then you want to come and destroy something like MMD. So that's the backlash he's receiving. It's as simple as that. People are not receiving that news well. If he feels that new nation is his format, he can keep his ideology and push that agenda. There is nothing wrong with that. But leave the MMD. Those that feel they can resuscitate the MMD, and which is the young generation, let them do it. If you feel that there is nothing that can happen with the MMD in its state, leave it alone. Simple as that. And then obviously the same news in the Daily Nation, Nevas Angas Chitala, MMD die hard, obviously. People are just reacting to that, like, yo, dude, just leave it alone. Simple as that. If you feel it's not working for you, go into the new nation and pursue your political career. Not where you want to, whatever ideology, no, let's heal the nation. Nigga, please. Yeah, still same thing. Never say traitor. He has turned MMD into a branch of UPND. They did a partnership, an alliance with UPND. So I don't know if this new nation he has registered also is also going to go in the UPND alliance. It's really just playing games of The numbers are the same. So you get the same people. You with a rebranded new nation, you take it as a UPND alliance. You also use MMD as a UPND alliance. The reality is that the game is supposed to play it on the ground. Go and win the people's hearts. It's as simple as that. Renaming political parties and rebranding ideologies, that changes nothing really. Just go on the ground and campaign. Mundugire steps up to resurrect Patriotic Front as 29 members of parliament endorse him his candidature. So, as I told you, and that's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Have a beautiful day.